What's up, everybody? Dog on A5. There's levels to this. I don't like when people, things, entities, whatever, assume that we're stupid. Assume that we're not bright. Assume that they can manipulate us and lie without even really trying. See, if you could play chess better than me, then I gotta respect you. You're better at me than chess. But when we start playing chess and you do basic moves to try to get me into checkmate within the first 6 moves, I feel offended. Like, I know better than this. I know better. You gonna play me in chess? Yeah, you can beat me, but you're gonna play me. Shout out to Extreme, beat me in chess multiple times. Shout out to Purple Haze. I definitely know she can play chess. I don't even gotta play her. Xbox is delaying Avowed. Nope. They didn't say delayed. Words have meaning. They said they're moving Avowed to February of 2025. But guess why, guys? Guess why Xbox is doing this for us? Man, Xbox is so good. They're so good to us. They care about us so much. They're delaying the game. Oh, they're delaying the game. You can't make this up. Because they care about our backlog. They want our backlog to breathe. Honesty is the best policy, right? Just be honest, right? If it's about you don't want Avowed to overshadow another game, or you don't want another game to overshadow Avowed, I would respect that more. If you were to say Avowed is just simply not finished, I would respect that more. Okay? Delaying a game because all of a sudden now you care about my backlog. If you cared about my backlog, you're gonna have to delay Avowed for like 4 years. Boy, I got a backlog. Okay? And then they showed a picture of all the other games that they got coming out, as if everyone is going to be playing every single one of those games. Those games are not for everyone. We're not going to be playing all those games. We're not. If I was a console gamer primarily, because I'm not anymore, I prefer to play Xbox on my PC. It's just better, and that's what Xbox wants. They care more about PC gamers than they do about console gamers. Don't get mad at me. The proof is in the pudding. Shout out to Purple Haze again. Listen, if I was primarily a console gamer and this news came out, the only thing that I would want is that, make sure then that the game is dropping at 60 frames and that you're using the full power of the Series X. That's all I would ask for, right? That's no longer my concern. So for the first time, I can see why people with PC that are Xbox centric, right, are mad when games get delayed, because they know that their PC is going to be able to handle whatever needs to be optimized or whatever the case may be, and they're going to be able to run it at 60. So I understand. See, as a console gamer that played Starfield at 30 frames, I would have been okay if they would have delayed Starfield and dropped Starfield with this 60 frames per second patch. I would have been perfectly fine with that. Because guess what I had then? I still had a backlog. I would have been okay if they delayed Redfall for the console gamer, right? And dropped it later and polished it, fixed it, whatever they could have done, and then dropped it at 60 frames because it's a first-person shooter, I would have been okay as a console game if they delayed that game. But they didn't. But you know why I would have been okay with Redfall being delayed? Because I had a backlog. We all have backlogs. Ain't no honest gamer out there gonna tell you that they have played every single game unless they only play one genre of game and that's the only thing they play. Then perhaps. There's games coming out left and right everywhere. But you care about our backlog. Now, today I stand before you as a proud Xbox PC gamers, and I know that makes Xbox gamers mad and it makes PC gamers mad, which is weird, but Xbox is PC. It is what it is. You don't be mad at me. Microsoft owns both. Don't be mad at me. Microsoft owns Windows. Microsoft owns Xbox. I don't know. Don't be mad at me. It is what it is. Okay. But as a PC gamer, I am perfectly fine blaming my hardware if I can't achieve the resolution and the frames that I want, because I'm okay blaming my hardware. Unless a game is unoptimized across the board, which at that point my PC brethren typically will let us know. People are quick to call out when the game's not optimized. Quickly will call it out. So if Avowed is being delayed because they need to make it run at 60 frames on the console, right now as a PC gamer, I don't care about the console gamers. Let them play at 30. Let them play everything in slow motion. Go ahead. Drop it. Give it to the PC gamers. We good over here. Drop. Let them play it. Let them play it at 30. Forget them. Don't worry about it. They didn't care about 60 frames before. They can't care about 60 frames. So let them. But if the game is just not good, regardless of where it drops, whether it drops on PC or the Xbox console, don't give me this crock of trying to be a better Christian. Comes out of the mouth, comes from the soul. So I got to stop cursing, okay? Don't give me these lies that all of a sudden you care about my backlog, Microsoft. You dropped Forza Horizon 5, and the game was crazy player engagement. I remember when Forza Horizon 5 dropped, everyone was playing it. It was a visual masterpiece. Oh my God, that game was phenomenal. People that didn't play racers were enjoying that game. And then I think it was a month later, you dropped Halo Infinite right on top of it and like crushed the momentum that Forza Horizon 5 had. So if you don't care about your own games being overshadowed, what? Now you care about my backlog? What if I told you I have a backlog of Sony games? Is that what you care about? You want me to play my Sony games? Is that what it is? Because I haven't played Ghost of Tsushima yet. I haven't played Death Stranding. Shout out to Lester that got Death Stranding for me. I haven't played what's the other game I just got on PC? Oh, I'm gonna play Ratchet and Clank on PC. I want to see what that look like. Right? See how that runs without the PlayStation 5 SSD. I heard it's going to be horrible. Is that what you care about, Xbox? You care about my PlayStation backlog? Is that what it is? This is ridiculous. I don't need anybody supporting this. Now, I'm going to end the video like this. For anybody, and I know they haven't lasted this long because we're at the 9-minute mark, okay? But you guys can let them know you should have watched a little bit longer. For anybody that's going to come in here and say, how come you're not talking about the Sony and Destiny news? You want to know why? Because there's plenty of PlayStation channels that should be covering it. There's plenty of PlayStation channels that constantly cover when there's layoffs on Xbox, when stuff is closing down on Xbox, when things are happening on Xbox, and have some crazy amount of insight that they can cover that. But yet when stuff happens with Sony, they're nowhere to be found. They're all quiet. Now all of a sudden, when other publications say it, they're like, oh yeah, well, it's being covered by them. I don't got to cover it. Listen, you know who they are, right? If they're not going to cover what happened with Destiny and Sony and all that other stuff, I'm not going to cover it either, because this is not a PlayStation channel. This is not what it is. We all know PlayStation is trash. We all know people buy PS5s to play non-PlayStation games. The numbers don't lie. These are facts. Okay? It is what it is. PlayStation is struggling. They got to figure out a way to do something. But I'm not going to be the one to talk about it because I don't know as much as all these insiders know. But if they're PlayStation channels and they know this much about Xbox, you would think they know a lot more about that. That's as much as I'm going to say. I'm waiting to see all the prominent Xbox haters that are PlayStation channels talk about this Sony and Destiny situation and Bungie situation. I have only seen one so far speak on it. I'll give it a little bit more time. Dark 1985, there's levels to this. Oh, watch the comment section. Oh, you're not talking about the Bungie, blah, blah. I guarantee there'll at least be one. We out. Peace. My backlog.